Hi all, we're pleased to announce our next major release for this month of BlueTrade.io. In this video, I'm going to go over the features that are included in this version. The first thing is we've done a lot of tweaks to make the interface a little bit easier to use in various parts of the system. The first change we've made is when you are in various tabs within the system, it keeps the menu opened for that particular module. So that just makes it easier if you're jumping between menu items within the MSP, for example, or in any of the modules. So that just makes it a little quicker to jump around. The next thing we've added is the option to link back straight to a particular tab on the agent. So if, for example, you're on the tasks tab, you can now cut and paste that link and use it to link straight back to the specific tab. So that just makes it easy if you want to send one of your technicians a link to a computer on a specific tab. Just makes it a little bit quicker. We've also fixed up when creating jobs to make it a bit more intuitive. So when you add a job, when you add a task, and then you add another task, it now adds it below. Previously it was adding it on top, which didn't really make sense. So that makes it a lot easier to build jobs and add tasks as you go. The other thing we have also added in this release is an SSL certificate checker. In domains, when you edit your domain, you can now turn on SSL certificate check, and the system will once a day check the SSL certificate for the domain here. And what it does is it checks the expiry date of the SSL certificate and also does some validation on the SSL domain. So for example, if you've got like a cPanel host where it does actually have SSL, but it's not the right SSL certificate, then you can easily see that the certificate is not correct. It'll also valid match wildcard certificates as well. If you've got a specific domain that, for like example OWA, you can add those domains in if you want to check those individual subdomains as well. Now at this stage, this just shows the expiry and SSL domain on this page, but in future we plan on adding some alerts to this as well. In the jobs, we now have an option to import and export jobs, and the benefit of this is to share jobs, and that'll export all of the tasks attached to a job as well. So in future, we plan on being able to create jobs that people can easily import into their system for items that may be useful, and so also so you can share them with the community. We have also added the option to increase the limit on the programs tab, so you can see more programs at once when you're doing a search. Now the export still includes all the items, but that limit option now makes it a lot easier to display more items when you're searching for them. We have also added the option to create custom fields on tags. So you can now, in settings and then MSP, you can now add tags on custom fields as well. So now we support custom fields on the agents, on templates, and on tags. So that's just useful for storing extra information. Now the big release in this version is event log monitoring. So firstly, you need to enable that from the template to capture it on the device. So you can turn that on here. Now, by default, it's off because it can it pulls all events off the computer and stores up to 5,000 events for each agent. So you may not want to have that on all your agents, and that will potentially increase some network traffic from your customers' sites. So it is off by default, but you can turn it on here. And then you can add event log alerts as you see fit. So in here, you can pick the severity that you want to match, which log it's from, whether it's the application, system, or security. You can put in the source, which I'll show you shortly when we look at the event logs. You can put the event ID in. You can also do a string search in the description of the event log. And finally, you can run a job if this alert is triggered. Now, if you leave specific fields blank, it will just match anything. So to get the source and event ID, for example, is you can go into the agent, then go into the agent, and then go into event log. And this is here is where you can see the event log for that computer. So we can expand the filter. So you can easily filter by the application log, the system log, and the security log. You can filter on success and alerts and errors and things like that. And you can reset your filter there. And then you can change how many you want to see and do a search here as well. And then if the specific event log is long, we've added this expand option so you can expand the event to see the entire message. So if you want to match something specific, you can put the source and event ID into the template alerts, and that will generate an alert when the event is detected on that computer. It will also create a ticket if you choose, and that will include all the events that were detected that match that specific event log rule. We've also added a page to view individual alerts, and this is where you can then, if the alert is open and the ticket is open, you can close both in one click. So that makes it a bit easier. The final thing with this release is we've upgraded the agent version to 2.8.1. 2.8.0 was an internal release we were testing for event log monitoring, but the major changes between the previous version and this version is event log monitoring, and also we have overhauled the network discovery system. So now it is threaded on the agent, and so when you run discovery, instead of it taking half an hour, 45 minutes, it should now complete in a couple of minutes. It's a lot faster. Yeah, we definitely recommend upgrading your agent and testing out the discovery again, because this is now significantly faster. So that is everything in this release. We've got lots more planned in the release for next month. But event log monitoring is a great new feature, and we think you'll like it. It's very easy to use and is quite powerful. If you have any suggestions or feedback, please let us know. We're keen to get your feedback, and we'll go from there. Thanks very much.